So officially, Jeffrey Epstein killed himself in his cell, hung from the roof. He swung from a great height, even though there's no great height in the cell. All the cameras didn't work, of course. There might have just been passports as well that weren't burned in the fire, you know, like in 9/11. There could be a card that said property of the Clintons and a knife stabbed in his back, and it would still be suicide. It could be a drive-by shooting with, you know, guns fired from passing cars, and it would be a suicide. Everything would mark this death of Epstein as a suicide, because it had to. And who stands to be protected by it? Well, of course, the Clintons and the entire global elite. It's not just the Clintons. It's the John Podesta representing the Clintons and the entire global elite. But something has happened. Something's changed in society. The normies are waking up. The normies are starting to get it. They're starting to get a scent for this, and they're starting to find it addictive. And they're not going to stop because it is addictive. They're not going to go back to their pathetic box sets and their propaganda, Better Call Saul, EMF propaganda, and their Breaking Bad, oh, why doesn't he grow marijuana and cure his own cancer propaganda. We're not going to go back to it now. We know too much now, and the normies are waking up, and that is something that they feared. That's something the global elite feared. And to be honest, I haven't got the patience to talk to them. You might have the patience to talk to them, and you might have the patience to say, do you think the media is telling the truth? Why would the media lie? Why do you think they would lie about that? Are they protecting their hegemony? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Why are they losing money? Are they pushing an agenda more than making money? Ask them these questions. They're bleeding obvious answers, but these people haven't even thought about these things. These people are so simple that it's never occurred to them that this level of corruption has happened. Even when it's demonstrably there in front of them, and we know this to be the case, and we know it through the leaks, etc., they just cling back to the mainstream media. Oh no, I'm too scared to believe the things that are blatantly in front of me. Clinging to this rope. Idiots. I've got no time for them. No time at all. I wouldn't waste my time with a normie. But hopefully, many of you will. Because we need to wake up the normies. We need to get them on side so that all the people are conspiracy theorists. Oh yeah, because the mainstream media is saying that Russia killed Epstein. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Yeah. Not a conspiracy theorist at all. Not a tinfoil hat at all. No. But because an authoritative source says it, like the mainstream media, oh yeah, that's an authoritative source, isn't it? The thing that said Russia for 2 years. Yeah, authoritative source, yeah. This is why I can't stand normies, because every bit of conversation you have is just like, oh, shut the fuck up. Normies are there for you to educate. I'm there to educate the people that know a lot, that want to know more. Because I remember things. I've got a photographic memory of all the speeches that they gave. Zbigniew Brzezinski, for example, saying that mankind is politically awakened and that's a whole new reality. What about Soros saying that not at all. Maybe as a child you don't think about these things, but it presented no problem at all. No, of course not. That is when my character was made. We remember these things. I remember the guy from the World Bank, the head of the World Bank, saying that there was going to be great upheavals in society, the like of which have never happened before. And they were counting on the age of austerity, bringing in enslavement, bringing in human enslavement so we wouldn't fight back. But guess what happened? We fought back, and we got Brexit, and we got Trump, and then the global elite lost. And then they tipped the chessboard, and then they started ruining culture and making it woke. Because they can't win. That's what you do when you lose the game. You throw the board, throw the pieces around so that no one can win the game. The great game. The grand chessboard. The Grand Chessboard was a book written by Zbigniew Brzezinski. Yes, he's dead, but he's still got a stupid name. And that game of chess, the great game, had been going on for decade upon decade upon decade, centuries. And just as suddenly in 2016, snap, it was over. And they can't win. And they can't win the game now, and we can't win, so no one can win. But at least they can't win. They're not going to get their New World Order. So no matter how many of us they take with them, they're not going to succeed. And that should be giving us hope. Because nothing has been giving us hope at all recently. It's all been so hopeless, and we felt so helpless. But this should be a source of hope. This should be a source of great comfort. They're not going to win. They failed to build the New World Order. And now, more of us awake all the time. We can win. We can stop them. This is the titanic struggle for mankind. This is all I care about. Not watching a television programme and forgetting about the grand affairs of the world and feeling better about myself like a weakling, like the normie scum. That's not my job.